What's up? Good morning,
Hi,
everybody.
guys.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy
morning.
Saturday again. It's been,
Yeah.
like we were talking right before, 2 weeks already,
quick
just
2
like
weeks.
that, right?
Yeah, it
I,
goes
I
quick, right?
guess the good news is we're already almost out of February, so
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but it's been
Very
pretty
fast.
brutal and yucky winter for
Yeah.
me.
Wait, what happened to that global warming we're supposed to have?
Yeah, they may have forgot to carry the one on that one or something.
Yeah.
'Cause if anything, the globe is turning into a block of ice.
You ain't kidding.
But and you guys know, and people out there that have small kids probably would, or kids that are in school. One of the greatest things about being a kid this time of year was at least you had like snow days that you could fall back on. Like you knew that, okay, winter's coming, but at least we know we're going to have some days that we're going to have off. But they don't, like, snow days are a thing of the past now. They don't do snow days anymore because of the whole online and virtual learning thing.
Oh,
Oh,
So if you're off school, you still have assignments to do. You still, even like, I have a kid that's in kindergarten and he still has to do it, which
wow.
kind of sucks as a parent, because then you got to try to figure out how you can get them on these, because they have their own computers and stuff now that they take home with them. And if they don't do their assignments, if they're not there, they get charged in absence.
There's no escaping the teachers.
There's
Huh?
no fun
No.
being a kid. They took away the
It's-
good action figures, all the
Yeah.
good
Man.
cartoons. Now they make
Can't
them do work at home.
I know.
Can't be
Like
a kid.
how
Well, not all the good action figures. I mean, look at Phil. Look at Phil's walk and talks every day.
Those are for adults. I don't think
they
kids
are for
into
adults.
that.
Okay, well, hey, sometimes I forget that I'm not 15. Okay,
I
I
know.
forget that a lot.
Woman
Yeah,
was
me
like
too.
looking me up and down, like, "Are you kidding me?" When I had Spider-Man in my head, I'm like, "Do you realize how valuable, like, rare this is?"
I know, right? I was right there with you. I was looking at that. I'm like, man, the alien costume, the black from
I'm
Secret
looking at it, I'm
Wars.
like,
I'm like, yo, yeah.
I mean, well, who do they think those action figures are meant for, right? I mean, look at some of the cool stuff that's out there now. Actually, you know what? That I have something I did want to show you guys, and I don't know if you've seen these, but I just spent a boatload of money on them. Did you guys see these Mondo action figures that came out for the real
Wow.
Ghostbusters?
Nice.
Like these are coming out in, like, each character has its own
Those are
release date.
awesome.
Yes. It's like I think a 6.5-inch figure on the Ghostbuster. It comes with the one of the small little ghosts now, and this is like
$202.
pack.
Look at the small print right there.
I know. Yeah, I mean, you could buy Egon and the small ghost alone for $100, or you can get it with the Boogeyman and pay the $200. Now each Ghostbuster comes with its own ghosts, and well, my wife's not home, so she doesn't need to know. I bit the bullet and I bought it last night.
Did you?
I pre-ordered this, yeah.
So are there other figures coming after this one?
So they have, I mean, like, look at it. It has everything.
Wow.
Different faces, different poses and everything. Yeah, so they have the Peter Venkman is also available. And it comes with Sam Hain, the pumpkin head ghost. But that is sold out, and I missed the boat on that one because that was released about Halloween. So I could get the action figure itself, but it doesn't come with the larger of the ghosts with it.
Remember, Garage Gamer was talking about Clayface coming out. Like,
look at these things. I mean, and there's so many of them.
Oh,
yeah, Thundercat, Rhino.
This is dangerous.
I know. The comic version of the Ninja Turtles. I mean, look at Skeleton.
Yeah, those look amazing, honestly.
I mean, just look at the price tag on every one of them, though. You could spend a small fortune. But I had to show that to you guys. I didn't know.
How big is Egon? 7?
They have the dimensions here somewhere. I think. Oh, it's right here. Egon is 6.5-inch tall for the Ghostbuster. The Boogeyman, 8.5 inches tall. Man, I mean,
the size of the McFarlanes, I guess.
Yeah, but just the detail on these things anymore are unbelievable. Like,
are you gonna take it out of the package?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to see what the
Like,
packaging.
that's another
looks like.
thing. How's right? Right. How?
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're going to spend that kind of money, then you got to kind of take it out of
Like if it's
just to justify, you know.
right, like if you keep it in the box, I don't know. It depends on if it like opens up and there's like a clear film and you can see everything. I might not.
Okay, like here's the thing. I spent $74 for Zack Snyder's Justice League's Dark Side, and you can see it. You can see him through the box. So I just left it in the box. That's fine. You know, I'm not going to ever take it out because it's a big as hell action figure. But the reality is, though, like, you know, if I'm spending over $200, I think I'm taking it out and I'm going to like figure out a way to display it properly, you know, that kind of thing.
I'm probably going to end up doing that because I was already checking my shelf out over there. I'm like, okay, I can rearrange some things. I could clear out a space specifically for these because if I end up buying all 4 of them at $200, I mean, that's almost $1,000 worth of.
Oh my God.
Now, thank God they come out like once every 6 months. So like this Eagle,
if you look at it that way, it's not too bad.
No, this isn't even coming out until September. So at least that, yeah. If
I just don't like that you have to pre-order this early. Like
I got to wait the entire year for it.
Well, it's just if you miss out on it, then you're paying some insane fees on eBay.
Yeah, I know, and that's the problem with the Peter Venkman that I debated about it then. You know that. I'm like, should I get it? I'm like, I don't know.
Now, how long did this debate go on in your head before you?
I mean, it felt like hours, but it might have been just minutes. You know,
10 seconds.
Because like, I mean,
it felt like
I totally understand because sometimes you just don't know. You're like, what am I gonna do here?
Yeah, I'm saying she's gonna kill me. Gotta open them. I probably will. So, Leo, you said you got both. Did you get the deluxe versions that came with the big Ghost too? The new MK2 cap. Oh my
read
God.
that.
5 of them.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I gave the Titanic a better chance of pulling out of its nosedive than
I would rather buy a bottle of the Titanic than another arcade one up.
Yeah, well,
I mean, come on, a big like model kit of the Titanic that you can design and
seems like there's
display.
There's other options that are starting to pop up right now. I mean, they're not cheap either from what I'm seeing, but at least there's something for people that are still collecting these things.
I just hope they didn't take too long in between. The iconic arcade is exciting. It's just all of us on board?
Wave,
right?
Phil. I love the way that you talk about iconic arcade. Like you always make it like, yeah, it's an option, but is it necessarily a good option? It's like I don't know. Like I just the way you debate is so cool because you're giving it some realistic weight. You know,
it's what we never got. I mean, it's Zohar.
Yeah.
I mean, if they would give us that size in the MK, I mean, these are the things we never got. We got it for Street Fighter now. Now we got the Double Dragon from that prototype we saw 3 years ago.
Yeah,
in the KI cab. I mean, it's just now things are starting, but did they wait too long in between? That's what I'm afraid of.
And what type of price tag are we looking at? Are they like $8.99 or something like that?
I think it's $6.99 free shipping.
$6.99
in the States. I know that.
And you can order it. You can put half down now and pay half when it ships. So you kind of have
the only reason I was excited for the Double Dragon, and not that I'm like a huge fan of Double Dragon, it was something new and something different. I'm like, okay, maybe we're actually going to start seeing some other games that we've been wanting for years. I mean, at least there's a little bit of light.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, besides Mortal Kombat, it could be Robotron and Smash TV. Those could be, because they kind of hinted that with Jarvis. I can't think of his name now. Eugene Jarvis. Thank you.
We'll see, huh? I guess. So all
Yeah.
you could do is wait. I mean,
So
that Mortal
you
Kombat
spend the
stuff.
money now on stuff like Ghostbusters and Secret Wars, and then when
Yeah.
another
I've
arcade
been buying arcades. I have
we'll be
all
ready.
this money I need to throw away flush down the
Right,
toilet.
right. Hey, it's consider it disposable income because
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. These cabinets are nobody but us are collecting these and playing these. I mean, how big do you think the home arcade community actually is? I mean, it's like
How
We know
like,
there's
now?
like what
How big
200 to
is it
300 of
now?
us that are
pretty
they're-
small in the grand scheme of things when you think about all these other options as far as like console gaming and things like that. I think even PC gaming has a bigger footprint than
Right.
home arcades.
Yeah.
So for someone like Zohar who's totally into VR, if they
Right.
came out with the right cab, he would get it. Like I think that's it goes for anyone else.
But then
They make the right thing.
for someone like Zohar, I completely agree with the whole VR thing because you can actually play authentic cabinets in VR. So
Right.
you essentially do get the best of both worlds.
Or you
in
could
a
just
sense.
fill a room like Jesse and me behind us.
No, you know, I loved VR. I've been playing it for a long time, but lately I'm not able to play it. It just kills my eyes. I get dizzy in it now, and I never had that problem before.
Oh
So,
boy.
I was always
I don't know.
afraid of that happening, because you play some of those games. I could.
No,
see
you
how
limit your time. It
motion
takes a
sick.
while to get. VR takes a while to get used to it. I remember when I first got into VR, it would be like that for me too, Jesse, where I would play for like 10, 15 minutes. I'd get a horrible headache, and like your body essentially has to adjust to it.
oh yeah, well I never
And
had
then
a problem.
and then once you do,
Yeah, I went through that stage where I got used to it and everything, but now it's just I don't know. It's worse than it's ever been. I don't know. My eyes are getting weaker or whatever. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Is it like an
horrible,
immediate
man.
thing once you start doing it?
Not
Like once
immediate.
you put the headset on?
Mike's getting
Like
he's
3 minutes
I just
in,
ordered one.
know?
Shoot.
No, I've had the Quest 2 for a long time, for a couple years now. I play it from time to time, but
Do you think your son will get interest? Like, where do kids
Oh, he
sit with
already
the
is.
VR? Are they into it, or is it our
Yes.
age? Okay.
no, well, I can't speak for everybody, but if I have it on my head and he sees it, I'm handing it over because he just gets immersed in it too. But as like a 5-6-year-old, there's not a whole lot he can do by himself and kind of figure it out. But I feel like the older he gets and once he starts learning more, I think the younger kids are going to be into it. Yeah, Toxin, he just got the Quest 3 not too long
Oh yeah,
ago.
the Quest 3 is like the greatest device that there is.
I've debated on getting
opinion
that
right
because
now.
I like the Quest 2 so much. And then there's other
Mike.
games like Batman and stuff that I want
Is
to
that
play.
the $499 one? Is the Quest 3 the $499?
The Quest 3 is the expensive one, and then the
Okay.
Quest 3S is the budget version.
Okay.
Here's
I
the
see
thing.
it.
Here's the thing, Mike. That's what I did. I gave my Quest 2 to my nephew and got the Quest 3, and I've never been happier. The Quest 3 is it's like a night and day difference.
Oh yeah,
Between
That's what I've
because the
heard
lens
from a lot of
because
people.
the lens is because of the lens difference. You have like the pancake lenses with the Quest 3. It's fantastic. Oh my god.
The only
Can
thing
you
about
still
the VR, I think. Sorry, Phil. I think I would personally, I play my PlayStation 5 more than I do, just because putting that headset on sometimes it's like kind of a production. You know what I mean? As opposed to just grabbing a controller and plopping down on the couch and
We're
not
getting
moving.
old. We're getting.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, do I want to play Call of Duty
But here's
in
the
VR,
thing.
or do I just sit here and do it?
No, but here's the thing: when you get into that and like the experience, and I know I talk a lot about the arcade time capsule on this show. The idea is that you go in there and you get in front of these great classic arcade machines, and it takes you back to a completely different time period.
Yeah,
in
they're
life.
right. Things like that you can't possibly experience on a console, or an
Right.
arcade cabinet. That stuff doesn't. Those types of places barely.
I mean, you can
exist
experience it when you go. You can experience it when you go to like Galloping Ghost or an
Yeah.
arcade.
but those
like
places are few and far between anymore.
That's a once a year trip. you know.
But this is something that you can do. You know, if you have it, this is something you can do anytime you like, and it will give you that experience.
It
So
gives you an option where you don't have to fill a room with these, or
Yeah.
you don't have to go
Right.
to play. I mean, that's the beauty is we have 17 different ways to do it.
Yeah.
Do you play anything else on the VR other than the arcade?
Me?
Like any other? Yeah.
Well, I every now and then I'll do Star Wars pinball, and I do like
that, yeah.
and I do like the, you know, the socializing aspect of it too that they have, where you can kind of hang out with people and you can go to like different venues and things like that. It's nice, and it's also nice to watch movies. Like the movie theater option for VR is fantastic. It's like you're in an IMAX movie theater, and you can connect it to your media server and watch your own movies and stuff. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I like
really great.
I was into the pinball machines on there. I thought
they are pretty cool. I've played a few of them in VR, and that's how I got introduced to the arcade one-up, the Zen Star Wars pinball, playing it on there for the first time on the VR. And whenever they released the machine, I was like, oh wow, I played half of these games already.
Yeah, it looks so good on VR.
It's big time difference.
Yeah.
So the term is friction. That's what I was.
Well, that's the thing for me.
VR for instantly playing a traditional game.
I absolutely despise pinball, but I'll play it in VR. I don't mind. In VR, it's fun because you're for a once in a while thing, and I'm not gonna have to, I don't have to buy an expensive as hell
$10,000
pinball machine to have, or even like a at games or arcade one-up. I can just go in there and play the Star Wars thing, and then when I get sick of it, I can leave. I mean, it's really convenient in that regard.
Yeah. So you're not on the waiting list for one of these Alice in Wonderland, whatever these Wonderland amusement pinball games are.
I wouldn't buy one of those kinds of things if somebody put a gun to my head.
What are they going for?
I would say just take me out right now.
I don't know anything about it. I saw them at the Pinball Expo, and so many people were I just kind of went towards X-Men. Is it like a real pinball? I
think from what I understand, it's like legitimate real pinball, but it's like the cheap version of one, I guess.
It plays like one of those little toys, kind of. The ball
is
smaller and lighter.
It should be a red flag almost right off the bat, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't really look good.
Why is it so cheap? Is it the quality that makes it cheap? And when this thing breaks, which it seems like it almost surely will, then what do you do?
And that's the great thing about VR. You never have to worry about breaking.
It never breaks.
You know what's great about VR too? The bowling alley. Going in and playing bowling in VR is fun too. And I know a lot of people in our community like to play golf. They like to have the golf tournaments and do that kind of stuff. All that stuff in VR is amazing. I mean, you can go fishing on a nice boat. Yeah, beautiful water. It's wonderful.
Brooklyn Menace do a stream where he was just out on a lake somewhere fishing, and I'm like, boy, that actually kind of looks like it might be relaxing.
And it's fun. Yeah, you can do just about anything. It's amazing.
Yeah, pinball. I don't know. I can't say I hate it, but I don't love it. I will never become obsessed with it. That's for sure. And when I go to an arcade and I get on a pinball machine, and I'm not that good at it to where I can sit there and stand at it for half an hour.
I will admit the X-Men pinball was really cool. Like to play that, like I was pretty impressed. That would be because it's X-Men. That's probably why. Like, you're just like,
well, of course,
so much better than everything else.
Yep. I've seen the Ghostbusters pinballs and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I would do anything to own that. And I'm like, oh, well, never mind. It's $15,000.
Now that I think of that, my father was a big pinhead. He loved pinball, right? So one time when I was a real little kid, I was going around and I was playing the arcade games. This is when basically they were, just coming out the regular. And he said, "Why do you want to play those for? You don't get anything out of them." And I'm like, "Well, you don't get anything out of pinball either."
I mean, what do you get? I don't know. I mean, I guess there's an element of skill involved, but
I mean, if you're gonna say that, you might as well go to a casino and enjoy all the slot machines with the.
Well,
I mean, at least you might get something. You might get something back.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
see, that was
we
the
did that
thing.
last weekend and it didn't
Uh-oh.
turn out so well. So
How far away is that from the house?
there's a casino about half an hour from here. It's actually about 10 minutes from my mom's house. So that's why we took him. He had a sleepover at Grammy's, and me and the wife went to the casino for Valentine's Day. And yeah, you know, we were doing pretty well for a while, but that's how they get you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, do we want to leave right now while we still can, or sit here for a few more hours? And if we do, we know what's going to happen.
House.
Yeah, and they slowly get it back. But you know what? We had a nice night out, so I guess counts for something, right?
Can you smoke cigarettes and stuff in the casino?
Yeah, there are certain
Really?
sections that you can.
Little
Yep.
areas, yeah.
One of the probably few places that you still can. Morning, Todd.
Speaking of that, the last time I went to a casino, this was a few years ago, there was a woman. She was sitting on the edge in the smoking section. She was smoking like crazy. She was attached to an oxygen tank,
Oh God.
and she's still smoking. Like, this is a real diehard woman right here.
I was surprised how many there's a lot of elderly people that go to these things, and I kind of
yeah.
understand why. Maybe they're at the point in their life where they don't care. They probably have more money than they know what to do with, and
They don't have home arcades.
something to
This
do.
is their home. This
Yeah,
think
they
about
don't.
it.
Yeah, that's what it
This
is.
is what the wheel the
I should have
casino
been
cade was
pushing-
made for.
Yeah, should have
That's
been
it.
pushing the casino cade on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but they wouldn't want it though, because they're all
No.
about getting the money.
Yep.
They want that lever. You know, you gotta have that
Yeah.
lever down.
You know, we
they
were
missed
sitting
out.
there, and some old lady comes over and sits down and puts $400 right into the machine right off the bat. I'm like, oh, she's in it for the long haul. You know, we're putting like $40 in, trying not to like drain our bank account too quickly. And yeah, these people just put hundreds in. And even like, I love playing table games, and I don't know how we're getting way off subject, but that's okay. Some of these guys that go in there, you know, and I love playing like poker and Texas Hold'em and stuff. I don't think I would go sit down at one of those tables. Those
No?
dudes they're serious, very
know.
serious.
Oh yeah,
Even the
Well,
blackjack players.
Are
You
there
better
these
be.
I
guys
was gonna
wearing
say.
sunglasses?
Yep.
it's even worse with blackjack because
Yeah.
if you screw up, man, the guy next to
They
you,
get mad.
Yeah, they
Get
get
a
mad.
get a casino cade. Stop.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Blair? No, I don't. I thought that I would love to go enter a poker tournament, but I don't think I would. I mean,
Yeah, it's stressful.
it is very
Yeah.
stressful.
These guys are pros. I mean, it'd be like playing Zohar in Mortal Kombat. Like there's no chance.
You learn real quick why. Okay,
Right.
we play
Mhm.
poker 3 times a year. These guys are probably here every single weekend.
Oh yeah.
They would just bluff me right off the table, and like, okay, that was fun. But Phil, I did want to ask you though, how was your little vacation there?
It was good. It was good to
You-
just go somewhere for a week. Thanks for asking. And you know, just do something different. It got a lot of rain, but we just kind of hung out in the San Diego area. I think I'll get back out in a couple more months, and you know, we'll see. I'll do something a little bit different than I did, but it's nice to go back because we went back to the old house. Like that's
Oh,
where
yeah.
you know we lived there, and kind of messed with me that night. I kind of had some weird dreams, but yeah, it was. And you know what? Coming back, I went through Dallas. So if you go out west, it is like almost 4 hours. That if we hopped on a plane from here, it's 3 hours and 45 minutes to Vegas. That's where my first stop was. Coming back was Dallas. It was like an hour and a half, and then another hour and a half to Milwaukee. So that wasn't too bad. So if you know, because flying out west is so much further than like going to like Florida or going out east. So it was,
And
it was a good.
does the time change affect you at all?
Nah, it
You
did. The
don't
only
really have
thing is
to-
that I got up earlier to upload the videos,
Okay.
but I just went back to bed. But you just kind of adjust because it's just for a few days, and I had a day off. You know, I came back on a Saturday, had Sunday to kind of recoup before I went back to work.
So it seemed like it was a good trip. You know, documented it very well. So do you you like flying? I was thinking about that out there. I'm like, you know, because we talked about like
And
possibly
not
going to
right
Vegas,
now
but-
with the way planes are falling
Well,
out of the sky.
yeah,
no.
that's kind of part of this whole thing. I'm like, oh man, he's flying right when keep hearing all these horror stories, and
That's why I don't watch
But
the news. Like I don't know
all
any of
that
this going on.
aside, I mean, I never really
Phil,
loved
you
flying,
don't
but
have time to watch the news. You're
just
out and
cut
about
off all
all
that.
the
It won't
time.
mess with you.
it's
Guys,
better
whatever
that way.
happens, happens. I mean, there's no way to control anything.
No,
Something
Right.
could happen driving. I mean, it's just, when you get to that point where you need a break, just get on an airplane and just go somewhere and just, take a couple of days off.
yeah, I mean, the odds of something bad happening are very, very small.
It's annoying. The people in the airport. There's rude people there's
yeah.
everything you got to factor in, but it's no different than doing anything else, I guess.
Yeah, it's still more of a chance of getting hurt in a car than it is a plane. So
Probably, yeah, probably
yeah.
100 times over, really.
Superman said it in Superman 1. It's still the safest way to travel.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
he said
As he
it
was
in
holding the
Superman
airplane up.
Returns. He repeated it.
Would you ever go skydiving?
No.
Would anybody have any desire to ever do something like that?
Yeah, my daughter and I, we are going to do it.
Are you
Are ya?
serious?
Yeah.
Have you done it before?
No.
What are your
Well-
thoughts on that?
Don't die, Jesse.
Are you
okay.
excited?
I'll try not to. Yeah.
I mean that
We
just
wanna
sounds
get
like
rushed.
something
I mean,
one of those heart in your throat moments,
Yeah.
Sorry about your luck, Mike. Yeah, the Jets. So when are you doing this, Jesse? This summer?
I don't know. My daughter and I have been talking about it. My wife doesn't want us to do it, of course, but we're going to do it.
Has your daughter ever done it?
No, but we've
This
done everything. We've flown in helicopters, like buzzing everything, and
Yeah.
I fly, so it doesn't bother me that much. So
I think that takes some guts to get on a helicopter. Helicopters are totally different than an airplane.
Yep.
Totally different.
yeah, well, the first time we got into a helicopter, because I can't fly helicopters, but I can fly planes. But we got into this helicopter, and it was like an old Vietnam vet flying the thing. So I swear to God, when we went up, I think he had flashbacks. We were buzzing the top of the trees, like he thought he was coming in.
He's reaching for the machine guns.
Yeah, he was. We were
Wow.
hoping to God he didn't drop dead, like as we were buzzing the trees.
And that could have happened. I mean, my God.
Yeah, he was old too.
So you've flown
Well,
planes, but you've never flown helicopter.
older than
Obviously, I'm sure it's a completely different
Oh yeah, it's
controls
way
and everything.
different. Yeah,
So you think it's had, hypothetical situation, had he dropped dead, would you have been able to grab the controls and at least do anything? Or is it
I would.
so different than-
In theory, I would know what to do, but
Yeah.
I've never really done
obviously
it.
at that.
How long has it been, Mike, since you were on a plane? Not to put you on the spot. I can sense something here. How long has it been?
Oh boy. Well, you know what? We were just on a plane this past spring. We went down to Florida.
Okay.
But
I thought
before-
you
I've
drove.
only been on a handful of planes, probably like 6 or 7 times my whole life. No, I don't think I would ever drive to Florida. Like I said, I don't really hate flying. I don't love it, There is that element of, all right, well, I'm in somebody else's hands now,
Yeah, that's the thing to get over is someone else is totally in control.
Yep.
But it's
Oh.
got to be such a step-by-step program in that cockpit. Like it's a no fail. Like with everything that they do,
yeah.
it's just like if you think about the stewardesses on there, they're going to do that. They're probably going to fly 4 times a day. Like they're going to go back to wherever they live.
Yep.
Let's say Dallas. At the end of the day, like this is like they're 8 to 5.
It's
9
like
to 5
nothing to
job.
them.
It's
Yeah.
so weird if you think about it. Like that kind of like eases your mind if you think
Yeah, it does.
they're
That's exactly it.
working. What am I,
Yep. Like just look at them, look at their reactions. Like when you're hitting a little bit of turbulence and then you're bouncing around, like are the stewardesses once they start panicking,
yeah, then you're
then like uh-oh.
Yeah. Ralphie, you've been on a Goodyear blimp. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
how about that?
That's
Anybody
awesome.
ever
Yeah.
been in a blimp or a hot air balloon?
Nice. I would never go on a hot air balloon.
I don't know. I don't think I
You
would.
have no steering in that thing. You're just
the blimp,
you're-
maybe. I might.
How did the turtles
take
get
a
around in that
blimp
thing?
ride?
Yeah,
Well, that was
yeah.
like a souped up.
I wouldn't
blimp.
mind
It
a
had
blimp
like
ride.
jet engines on it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool. Like going to the Super Bowl in the Goodyear blimp and just flying around the stadium. That'd be pretty sweet.
I was thinking about that in San Diego, where the Chargers played. Like they've had so many Super Bowls, and like the whole back area would always be decked out. The Goodyear blimp. Now it's the San Diego State Aztec, and it's like just a shell of what used to be there. It was hard.
That's sad.
It was tough to see.
And she comes out, her glasses are all messed up, and her hair's all disheveled. Like, oh. Must have hit some turbulence.
Oh man,
Flew to Ireland in 2017.
That's a haul. That's a stretch.
Yeah,
that's
give
tough.
people props for that, flying over the ocean.
10 hours on a plane, like that's.
Oof.
I don't know.
My mom did it this past year. She flew to Italy, back where like our family roots are, and I don't know if I'd venture that far on a plane.
Johnny Blaze does. Like he travels all over the world.
Look at that. He's on a plane right now.
Coming home from
Wow,
Japan.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's one place I wanted to go so bad.
Oh
I
Yeah,
know,
me too. Me too. I'm gonna
good.
go one
Toxin
day.
goes there.
One day.
Yeah, Toxin goes to Japan every once in a while.
I just want to get my McDonald's out of a vending machine just once. Just once.
Yeah, right. I seen that.
Jay, if that's true, I mean, it makes sense.
Ralphie, how long is it from LA? Is it 4 or 7 hours? I always get this mixed up.
Yeah, that would be a place I would love to check out, Hawaii.
I do
But,
like
I mean,
the
you
Magnum
just see
PI
it in
filming
movies
locations.
and everything.
I do the Magnum PI filming locations, like everywhere. That'd be awesome. Seriously, that'd be cool.
Yeah, watch 3 movies. That's the cool thing now. At least you can get on, Wi-Fi and everything. You can
They
watch
give you
movies
free
and all
stuff
that.
to watch. That helps.
It does help. It does
I
make the
edited
time
my
go.
SeaWorld video coming back, so like the
There you
flow was so much faster.
Yeah.
Wow, you were able to do editing coming back? That's awesome, Phil.
I do it on my phone. Like I it's kind of a
Okay.
weird thing, but I do everything on my phone. So
Okay.
Honestly, I edit most of my stuff on my phone too. It's just easier and more convenient because if you're out or something like that, or on a lunch break at work, you can
this
knock
is the
out.
only thing I do on a computer is when if
Streaming.
I jump on someone's stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hawaii's paradise.
6-hour flight.
Oh wow, 6-hour flight.
6
Some
hours
guy-
from California, right?
Yeah, from California.
Wow. That's a lot of time though.
I
You
wonder
were able
where
to watch that so hard? If someone's
Oh
doing
yeah,
it,
you can watch it if someone's
Wow.
doing it and they invite you. You can watch it. And
the
sometimes
new Captain
they'll
America
do it. They'll
movie.
do it publicly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because there was a bunch of guys that were watching the Super Bowl, I think, all in
That's
VR.
cool.
They had like a virtual Super Bowl party.
Yeah, and that puts you there. You're like literally on the field while the game is happening. You're like,
God, I need to start reaching out and branching out into this VR a little bit more because
oh, it's
probably
fun.
I'm pretty sure I'm just scratching the surface of what I'm doing. It's a public room.
Wow.
You just joined, and you could watch the movie. I wonder how do you get away with that? Like,
You can actually screen any movie you want. I mean, it's you can and you can make it public. You can make it private. You can. It's not surprising, really. I mean,
and so what is it that is like the host? Did he buy the movie or rent the movie or something like that, and he could just play it?
oh no,
I
you
guess
could
that's how it would work, huh?
you could just download it off the internet and screen the bootleg of it right on the
Yeah, I
big
guess so.
screen, and you're good to go. I mean, you know.
Yeah, there you go, Phil. Maybe we need a behind the scenes special.
Thanks,
No.
Mike. Thank you.
I mean, you got to be up there, with putting these videos out every day about just the time and effort that you spend on all
Yeah.
this stuff.
It's close to a year straight. I think it's I I wasn't keeping track. I think it's sometime in May. I think that would be like a year straight. Like, could you believe that? That's crazy.
I remember when you were talking about it. I was
Yeah.
like, "Ooh, it's going to be a." I'm sure it is a grind at some point, but
it's so.
It's a
You're so
grind, but
used
it's
to it.
worth
It's
it.
just
But it's
like-
worth it.
It's not the same. It's like skipping a workout or skipping a meal. Like you
kind of get into the routine of it.
Yeah.
Big screen on beta.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah, all live events. They may as well. I mean, there was a pretty awesome hockey game that was on the other night, and that would have been probably cool to watch in VR. Well, we'll be going for almost 40 minutes. We haven't even touched the meat and potatoes yet, so
That's usually our protocol.
yeah, I kind of figure that's kind of like the format. Start out BS for a while, hit a commercial, and then dig into it for the last part of the show. So you guys ready to go to commercial break?
Yeah.
All right. We will everybody hang tight. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
All right.
And now, this message.
That nasty Lloyd's at it again. But Domino's Pizza is hot and fresh because it's delivered in 30 minutes or less, guaranteed. For hotter, fresher pizza, call Domino's Pizza. Nobody delivers better.
Camcorders, VCRs, TVs. It's Circuit City's National Video Sale with great savings on this Magnavox VCR with on-screen programming. Just $277. This sharp 25-inch stereo TV with 23-function remote, only $449. Great savings during the National Video Sale at Circuit City, the intelligent choice.
Who says 35 cents will get you nothing today? You can get a whole half candy bar, an exotic plant, a compact car, or you can get a Whopper.
Just buy a Whopper and get a second one for only 35 cents.
Well, 35 cents can get you a spinner someplace hot, your own jet plane, a video game, or a big juicy Whopper cooked over a flame. Yeah, you can get a Whopper for 35 cents. A second Burger King Whopper for 35 cents.
Eggo waffles.
My baby loves me.
And he can't hear a thing with those headphones on. Which gives me the perfect opportunity to sneak up and grab that crisp, delicious Eggo waffle.
Lego, my ego.
Eggo waffles from Kellogg's. The things people will do to get their hands on one.
Clever kid.
Are you running away, huh?
Yep.
Tired of getting bossed around? Oh, boy, I envy you. All by yourself, sleeping in the snow, eating pine cone.
What's that, Grandpa?
Campbell's home cooking soup.
I'm cooking?
And now, you see, all this chicken and carrots and big fat noodles and things, they just slow you down. Well, I'll be seeing you, boy.
Maybe I'll run away after lunch.
Home cooking soups from Campbell. They got their name because of their taste.
Wow.
Anybody else hungry now?
Yeah. 35
was that,
cents.
I
I
can't think
know.
of his name now. Was that the guy from It's a Wonderful Life? Was that his voice?
Yeah. Jimmy Stewart.
Was that who that was? I thought that voice
Yeah.
was very familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, how about the Whopper for 35 cents, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't
What
catch
time
the
does
where
McDonald's
that
breakfast
from, but-
end on?
Not a bad option.
Oh man,
Dude, if you go to McDonald's now, I'll take the kid. He'll get like a Happy Meal or something like that, and you end up spending almost $20.
you got to use the app
Easily.
You get
because you get a freebie, and you get there's always there's an incentive.
oh,
You have, dude. It's just like it's so silly what you have to do with apps for every store. But I always just use it for McDonald's now.
but I guess everybody has them now, right? And that's kind of what they do, right? I mean, you sign up, and you build up towards things. And I guess if you go to these places often enough, it's worth it.
The same with Dunkin'. Like if I go 12 times,
Yeah.
I'll get a free coffee. Like, I mean, as much as I get a Dunkin' every day. So it's just like,
then we've got to get something. At least you're getting something back.
You need all the caffeine you can get, Phil. I mean, you're up,
right,
out and about every day, every morning. I mean, it's
except on the weekends. I go back to bed, but I'm just like, it takes me a little bit.
Todd said he's very hungry. Yeah, we usually get to this point at halfway.
Yeah,
where we
I don't know why.
Food.
It just so happened that was when I was looking stuff up. I'm like, oh, this looks good. I'm like, wait a minute. Eggo waffles, Campbell's soup, Whoppers, and Domino's pizza. I'm like, oh.
Lots of options. What are you having later today?
I don't know. I don't know. There's Domino's pizza seems like another one that's kind of, at least out my way. They are
seems like an option.
They're few and far between anymore. Like Pizza Hut, they're just like disappearing. Morning, Gamer Fridge.
Gamer Fridge.
Hey, Gamer Fridge.
That's the app we had to nag him to use it. Good morning, MG. So
hey, coming off your first intro there, seeing Chevy Chase. Did you guys know he always had a toupee? I didn't know that.
No, but Ted Danson. I just watched. I'm on Magnum PI Hook right now, so I'm watching season 1 on Roku TV. Ted Danson had a bald spot, 1980. So it's a hairpiece that whole time.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
It's amazing.
On Cheers,
he always had great hair. At least.
Yeah. The ironic thing is, he was on 3 Men and a Baby with they were originally on Magnum PI in 1980. Then they did that movie in 87, 88. It's crazy.
Yeah, him I did know that he had it, but I didn't know Chevy Chase had
Not
one.
Chevy Chase. He wore a toupee. So all those years,
even in Saturday Night, even Vacation, National Lampoon's Vacation.
Yes, he had a toupee on.
That's funny because in the Christmas Vacation, it was the joke in the one movie. He went to take the old man's hat off, and the toupee came off with it.
Yep.
Meanwhile, if you'd have done it to him, it
would have really come off. Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't even tell. It was so flawlessly done. But I mean, I guess now if you look at him, because he just goes with the whole bald look now, right? He's got
I mean, you look at Vegas Vacation, he's gotten older. I just thought that was his hair.
Wow. No, I didn't know that. Well, if you're a famous celebrity, I mean, I guess there's a.
People say he was an ass, though.
That's what I heard too. And the more you hear about it, it ruins that character. You don't want to know anything about your favorite actors or celebrities, any of that.
I've heard that Bill Murray was tough to work with too, and it kills me because
Bill Murray, I
love
can
Bill
see
Murray. I can kind of see that.
Tell that you could just see it. But
I think he has that
especially in What About Bob?
Ted Danson showed off his scalp in the last season of Cheers. Did he really?
I don't remember that.
Hey, good morning, Quarter Deck.
Quarter Deck.
Hey, Pete.
Or a Merc. What? I don't know if I want to know what that is.
Marvin.
I feel good. I feel great. I feel wonderful.
That poor man. It's like everything he had planned that week just down the drain.
I'll have to Google that, MG. Yeah, I think we talked about the Pizza Hut book it one of these past few weeks, right? That's another thing that they don't do anymore. Can't even give kids incentive to read by giving them free pizza.
That doesn't work.
You have to bribe yourself. That I was on nicotine so bad that I bribed myself that if I buy these things, I could keep justifying it. If I went back to nicotine, no more arcade one-ups, right?
Are you serious? That's what you told yourself?
Yeah, I chewed. I was addicted to chewing tobacco. Then I went to nicotine pouches. Just Now,
Oh, you
that's
never-
why I
you
drink
never
so
smoked?
much.
The nicotine pouches, those are like Big League Chew, but nicotine, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah, it tastes
yeah,
like
like
Big
the
League
little.
Chew, yeah.
Well, they're not even tobacco. They're just like straight up nicotine. Like you don't do anything. It just stays in there.
So
But
you
you
never
get like
you
this
never-
like carpet rash kind of burn in your gums after
yeah.
putting it in the
Oh,
same
yeah.
spot. So you'd have to move it around.
You never smoked, Bill?
I for probably 15 years I smoked. 12 years.
Oh.
And I went to chewing tobacco, and then yeah, that's why I drink so much coffee. Like you gotta
I
gotta get
need,
hooked
I
on
need,
something.
I need.
Yeah. How long have you been without nicotine?
I stopped keeping track, but so I bought X-Men 2022, like July.
Oh, so it was like at the beginning of
It was
all
probably
the-
so it was the Thanksgiving before. So 2021 Thanksgiving, I stopped nicotine around that November.
Wow.
Sorry, MG.
Dang it, what an idiot.
Come on. Oh no, it's way too early for the highbrow jokes, okay? 420 all over here, huh, Ralphie?
My God.
I'm pretty sure you're talking about the time either. Yeah, that's the thing with
Fit
the,
cups, yeah.
And then you'd have to have a rinser, right? So it's so much work. Go to a theme park. You know, you can't just spit, you can't just spit on the.
Some
on the
people
floor.
do though, and they do.
It's so much work. People look at you like it's tough. It's a horrible thing to break. Horrible.
It was a good habit to get rid of, and now you replaced it with arcade one-ups, so you're fine.
Yeah, and even
It's
a
like
far
book it.
more expensive habit.
Let's bribe the kid to read a book. You get a personal pan pizza. Then your parents are forced to pay for a meal because
Yep, because they got to take you there. Like, all right, but at least then pizzas were affordable. You know.
Yeah, now they're
That's
not.
why you get a large pizza for $10. Now it'd be, yeah.
Good
my
luck
God.
with that. $10. Yeah, but if you want the frozen ones,
Yeah, right. And even those anymore.
the Chuck E. Cheese frozen ones at Walmart.
they're not bad. I have made a decision.
Yeah, you did the video on that, didn't you? Didn't you?
I did a goofy short. Like Zohar was doing all these shorts. I'm like, let's do a Chuck E. Cheese. It wasn't bad. I have come to a decision that I am done with frozen pizza. It's just if I'm gonna get a pizza, I'm just gonna go and get a pizza somewhere. They're just.
I used to love Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Oh, me too.
I love that.
Yeah.
So did I.
That was
A
good.
comment, what's that Chuck's Arcade? Like, is this a thing? Going like there's a
Is that going to be the heir apparent of Chuck E. Cheese?
They're in malls, a new arcade going to malls. And instead of Chuck E. Cheese, it's Chuck's Arcade. Same colors, same design.
Wonder if they'll bring in the animatronic animals.
It's just arcade.
They'd be missing the boat if
it's
they
just
didn't.
arcade machines.
Phil, what
I
kind
remember Shakey's in California.
What brand did I
long time ago.
smoke? So in the beginning, I smoked Newports, and
That's what I used to smoke. Newport 100s.
And I like the Kings, and I'll tell you what, I like.
That's
the
how you
soft
got
pack.
started.
I like the soft pack because you could go like this, and one would pop out the box. You know, there's like two left in the Jesse in the box. It was too much space. The 100s were too much. I didn't like the lights, but I never really tasted the menthol back then. If later on, the menthol was like so strong that I actually switched to like Marb lights and stuff. But then I started chewing, and it was Kodiak wintergreen, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's always
good. You're not doing it though.
I used to like the candy cigarettes.
That's how it started.
Those are good.
That's how it started. I stopped watching 18 because Hannibal Smith has a cigar in his mouth constantly, and I was almost tempted to get a cigar recently, and I'm like, I'm done. It's like nonstop. The guy's always
so you've been watching that. So you've been watching the A-Team, and you had to stop.
Yeah,
that's terrible. Did you see the episode of the A-Team where Murdoch is in the insane asylum? And
I love that one.
In his insane asylum, he's got an actual Pac-Man arcade machine,
really?
like a full-size Pac-Man, like
Oh, that's cool.
Fantastic.
Marlboros. My buddy's dad used to smoke Marlboros, so that's kind of where I got my start from, because he would steal cigarettes from his dad. And geez, I was probably like 14 or 15. Way
Just
too young to
smoke
be doing
crack.
I mean, you want to, yeah, we wouldn't be worried about drinking coffee and energy drinks. Just take a puff of crack before the show in the morning.
That'd make the show awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Even
It
more
would
so.
actually, it
Like,
would be
imagine if we were all on crack.
Yeah. Imagine the conversations then.
Maybe if I ever get monetized again, we'll do a members only stream where we all smoke crack.
Crack members only stream. Down.
Everybody get the crack pipe out.
You gotta try it. You gotta do it.
Ignore everything that I'm saying right now.
Do it at least once. Okay.
10K views guaranteed.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Nostalgia power on crack. Oh, that'd be awesome.
We're getting to that, Zero. I know we rambled on for 53 minutes today. My plan was only for about half an hour of rambling.
No. Nostalgia power on crack. Members only.
Yeah, members only stream.
What? How did you quit the Newports, Mike? What did? Did you do a patch? Did you do cold turkey?
Well, okay. So there's a little bit of a story. So when
he started drinking tab.
When I got my my union job about 18 years ago, I may have smoked something else too pretty frequently. Just leave it up to your imagination. It was not crack. And I figured, I'm like, well, I have to quit this because I was getting, drug tested and all that. And I was also smoking cigarettes. I'm like, well, if I'm quitting one, I might as well quit the other. Right. So, and that's what I did. So it was kind of like a cold turkey kind of thing. It's like, that's it. I'm just giving it up because I have to. And the other thing, I just quit smoking cigarettes too. And, yeah, it's been 18 years since I've smoked. And which is crazy because my wife is a smoker.
And you don't get, when she smokes, you don't get the urge to do it?
Oh, I do. But I have surprisingly strong willpower when it comes to certain things, not when it comes to like
we would get
Mondo,
so
real
dizzy.
Ghostbuster.
I was just going to, you just said, yep.
We'd be buzzing so bad that it would just, you'd feel nauseous. Like,
yeah, I know that's probably what would happen. Every once in a while, and she also smokes menthols, and I'm like, I would love to just take a chief right on that cigarette, but I'm telling myself the same thing you said about the cigar fill. I'd be afraid what would happen if I would take a hit like that. Would I spiral out of control again, and then I'd be buying a pack of cigarettes? I'm like, I may as well not even bother doing it.
You get winded going up the stairs.
Might as well just
doing
transition
laundry.
to crack. I mean, it'll be better. We'll all be better for it.
And it's out of your system in 3 days, so you'll pass any drug test too. So sure, you might have to live under a bridge for a few years, but yeah, I didn't want to get to that point saying. Well, I think that's how it started. You smoke cigarettes because you think it's cool. Like I said, my buddy's dad had them, so we used to do it because we thought it was cool. And I remember sitting up in his treehouse. We had extension cords plugged up with the Sega Genesis up there playing NBA Jam, smoking Marlboro Reds.
Oh shoot!
Oh my god! I probably got some of the decisions he makes. I mean,
oh yeah, Burgess Meredith, the Penguin, didn't he? He always had that. He would always have that cigarette.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that like 70 times when we do our crack stream. I'm gonna be like,
you gotta get one of them long. You gotta let the ash burn down so it's like 3 inches of ash just hanging there in the end. Wake and bake, Ralphie.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We glorify substance abuse on this show.
Yep. Well, since we took a kind of a dark turn, now,
we
I
went
guess
right into the tunnel.
Good as time as any. And if Jay's still here in the chat, he sent me some pictures, and I was talking to you, I think Jesse, beforehand. These are kind of not really.
These are dirty, right?
Kind of. So a few weeks back,
Good.
he's a guy that sent the picture of the bow-legged women action figure, swimming with bow-legged women from Jaws.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know where he's finding these things, but they are all incredible. I think he also sent me-
Bow-legged beauties.
he sent me the Pizza the Hut one too.
Bring them on.
So these are from the movie RoboCop. All right, Jay's still there. So, Mom, if you're watching, now's the time to turn off after you found out that I smoke crack and all that.
Man, these better be good. You're building them up.
Yeah. No, this is how about this right here. From the movie RoboCop, the action figures, bitches leave.
That's awesome.
Clarence is not included. Contents: 2 bitch action figures leaving. And it's just two like this is real. Like somebody made this. That's pretty funny. And then the other one, this one really made me laugh.
Masterpiece.
RoboCop. Remember when RoboCop shot that dude in the
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, that is great.
And it just says that dude who was shot in the dick action figure. And he's there.
Nice.
Ralphie,
Yeah.
I know what documentary you're talking about, the Robo documentary.
Same, buddy.
Oh my God, phenomenal. Great
5
stuff.
minutes. But thank you, Jay, for sending these things. These things are pretty classic, and I'm sure they exist out there somewhere. I don't know how easy they are to buy, but
Probably on Etsy.
yeah, and that's probably my guess. And this was the other picture that was part of the whole thing he sent. If it loads. All right,
we're all watching it.
Come on, there it is. It just the guy who voiced Elmo was also who also did Master Splinter in the Ninja Turtle movies.
Nice.
And he also voiced the baby dinosaur from
Elmo was in a
TV
Super
show.
Bowl commercial this year.
Was he really?
Yeah.
I didn't watch too many of the commercials.
Wasn't the guy who played Elmo? Didn't he do something bad or something? He got thrown off.
You might be right about that.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I don't know, something.
I don't remember what he did, but I do remember there was some controversy.
Right.
Yeah.
But he, man of many talents, I guess, at least. Yeah, so Ralphie's saying, yeah. Oh, Jay, no, man, keep them coming, dude. Those are great.
Yeah, that was good.
And if I start finding these things and buying them, I'm going to I'll show them. Now, MG, I'm not going to put that up there, and I don't think that's true. But
I mean, we might as well add that to our crack show. Just be completely transparent. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, that would get you
How about
thrown
some
off.
members only? That's a members only.
Yeah, that's right. We're working towards that. Before we sign off, we got to at least touch on the main subject matter for 5 minutes, right? Hopefully. Which one do I want? This one here. How about this? All right. 11 myths your parents may have told you as a child. So you guys, I may be ruining your childhood here when you find out that a lot of the stuff your mom and dad used to tell you wasn't actually true. And some of these I've never even heard of. Like, it's illegal to turn your lights on in the car. Was that something that your parents ever said to you? I knew we weren't ever allowed to do it at night.
No, I never heard
like
of that.
we were on a road trip or something.
You never
we weren't allowed to turn them on. Yeah, nobody ever told me that supposedly that they said it was illegal. I mean, it's not, but this one I do remember hearing that it takes 7 years for gum to digest if you swallow gum.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
All these are not, the myths have been debunked.
Everybody swallowed gum at least once in their life.
Yeah, but you know what I just heard? Gum is now made out of polyethylene. So that's what you're chewing on. A bunch of plastic.
Oh. Yeah. So why would you want to swallow it?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
you can't digest
if you swallow it. You're right. You don't digest it, but it doesn't just sit there.
You're better off. You're better off smoking crack, guys.
Yeah, on a live stream.
Honestly, you're probably right. But
It's better for everybody.
it does say in rare occasions, if you swallow like you said, big league chews on. If you had a giant wad of big league chew and swallowed it, you might have some bowel obstructions.
Yeah, that's not good. A whole bag of polyethylene.
Watermelons will grow in your stomach if you swallow. Nah, not. This one I always used to hear. You have to wait an hour before jumping in the pool.
I was just going to say that one. Yeah.
I remember.
And
Well, it's
apparently
cramps.
that's not.
It's like running after
that's all
eating.
it
You're
is.
going to get that cramp.
Yes. You're not just going to sink to the bottom of the pool. No, you'll just get cramps.
Yeah, but I
5 second
did.
rule. That's
I
not
went in
true
after
either.
eating. I never got.
Oh
a
yeah, we
cramp.
all did.
That's goofy.
Yeah, that's bogus.
Yeah.
The 5 second rule doesn't exist.
Debunked.
So if you drop something on the floor, you're not supposed to. Apparently, you're not supposed to just pick it up and eat it.
Zach Morris.
I mean, depending on what it
was
is,
sold
right?
on that.
Oh wow. MG,
Who
I was
was?
going to just say
Phil?
the same thing.
Zach Morris.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's not true. I don't know. But if you drop a cookie on the ground, you can pick it up. Just brush it off, right? Now, if you dropped a meatball on the ground with
It
sauce
depends
on it,
where you
I
are.
don't know if
It
I would.
depends if you're at home.
Depends where you drop it.
Yeah.
Or
If
you're-
you drop it on your
All
bathroom
those
floor,
factors, yes. And it like rolls behind the toilet, that place that you don't get clean very well, you know. I wouldn't pick it up and eat it.
I mean, you could,
Shaving
but it's
makes
not
your hair-
advisable. It's
No, it's not. No, it's definitely not. This one I always did think was true though. That shaving makes your hair grow back thicker and darker.
Yeah.
But
I've
apparently
heard
that's
that
not
too.
true. It's not really true. It just appears that way at the start because they're cut ends, you know, which makes sense. I also
what
thought
if
this
it
was true.
lands in white dog shit?
Oh, I wish I had a clip for that from Step Brothers.
Yeah, that white dog shit. That was
Yeah,
classic.
he makes them lick the white dog shit. Cracking knuckles causes arthritis. I don't know about you guys, but I crack my knuckles all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is no scientific evidence to suggest that it causes arthritis.
I don't
That's
know.
good.
I
Don't
do have
cross your eyes.
arthritis
Don't
in
get
my
stuck
hands,
that
so-
way.
It's just a thing.
Were you a habitual knuckle cracker?
Me?
Did you crack
No.
your knuckles all the time? Yeah.
No.
No?
Oh,
No.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I never cracked my knuckles and I got arthritis anyway. So the whole thing is debunked.
It's all bogus. Crack your knuckles if you feel like it.
They
Yeah,
might
exactly.
get bigger. Your knuckles
Yeah.
might get bigger from doing it, in time, but
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that maybe happening.
Mhm.
No matter what faces that you make crossing your eyes, your face will not get stuck that way. That one's
Sane
pretty.
says his did.
His face got stuck that way.
That's what he's saying.
Well, all right, then I guess that's true.
Crack might fix it though, so
Oh yeah.
might want to
It'll uncross
that-
them quick.
give that a try. You know?
Yeah. This one's ridiculous. Chocolate milk coming from brown cows. Come on. I think as a kid, I thought that was the case because we grew up right next to a farm that had dairy cows and they had the brown cows. And I think my parents just may have told me that because the brown cows were the ones that were sent to the slaughterhouse.
Oh man. I was addicted
And I don't
to
think they.
I was addicted to chocolate milk. My mother told me one time that she had to put it in my bottle, my baby bottle.
Mm.
But
Really?
I was 17 when I was drinking that out of the bottle. Yeah, supposedly, yeah. I'd rather the chocolate milk.
I love that they had to add. In case you were wondering, chocolate milk comes from cocoa and sugar mixed with white milk. Man, who the hell is reading this stuff?
Yeah.
It's illegal to drive with barefoot. I don't think I ever heard that.
I did. I've heard that.
I've done
Did
it.
you?
Yeah.
I don't know if I. Well, yeah, you know what? Coming back from the beach probably before.
Yeah, I've heard that. Is that true though? Is it illegal? I don't know.
It is not. No, it's just it's perfectly legal to do it. I mean, many states advise not to for safety reasons, but If you got
Yes,
pulled
saying.
over, no.
I was 17, still drinking out of a baby bottle.
This is always one that I
Jesse.
remember. Well, maybe not so much eating carrots lets you see in the dark, but it was.
You get addicted to those nipples.
Chocolate milk.
Oh God.
There's the last one on this list. The power of carrots. But I was always told that eating carrots will improve your eyesight, not so
What
much.
about making your hands turn orange? Is it, or is
Yeah.
that cigarettes?
No, I think if you eat too many carrots, I think you do turn orange a little bit.
But they do not give you X-ray vision, unfortunately.
No.
No, your comments are not blocked. Yeah, maybe we'll give you a wrench, MG. Why not? I got to figure out how to do that kind of fancy YouTube stuff. I did do that to somebody. I can't remember who it was. They gave me it was on one of the Arcades Anonymous streams. I meant to time out somebody who was trolling them, and I accidentally timed out. I think it was Steps Gaming. I think I timed her out, and they don't give you like for an hour a day. They did it in like second increments. Like you timed her out for it was like it was something crazy, like 80,000 seconds. And I had to sit there. I'm like, I did the math. I'm like, what is 80,000 seconds? I just timed her out for like 4 months. I'm like, oh yeah, it was like an hour or a couple hours or something.
4 months.
Even better, we got him when we're 40.
Yeah.
Holy Santa Claus shit.
We're waiting to play that one.
Best movie ever. I mean, come on.
Oh wait.
Can you imagine if we had these when we were 12?
Even better. We got them when we're 40.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about my Ghostbuster action figures.
Yeah, you can enjoy them more.
And the good thing, Phil, like you were saying earlier, I feel like those things are in 10 years. Maybe I could sell them for like $1,000 a piece.
It might be
investments.
yeah.
I don't understand stocks and all that stuff, but I know that this stuff was great in '84.
Yep.
Why wouldn't it be great again? So
I look at some of the stuff now that I missed out on over the years, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll buy it now. And the only place to get it is on places like eBay. And I'm like, oh my God, these people are asking 3 times what the original price is.
I'm not opening them because I want to sell them. They just look so good in that package that's why I don't want to do it. Like it's hard not to.
Right. And that's going to be, we're going to see how when these things show up in September.
Yeah.
That if they give you a nice way to display it inside the box, I'll keep it in the box. But if not, they may have to come out. Because unfortunately, that Batman figure back there, it's quarter scale Michael Keaton Batman. And I want to take
is that the
worst way.
The gauntlet? Is that the McFarlane?
No, NECA.
Yeah, I got a NECA Batman.
And it is
Michael
so
Keaton.
crazy.
It looks
yeah, it's amazing. But they only give you like this much of a clear plastic window to actually see inside of it. So I have that box there, and you can barely see Batman.
Oh yeah, I took mine out. I think I bought. You're talking about the one in the yellow box?
It's that black one right back over there.
What is it? The mask?
Which one did you get?
The actual Batman.
Is yours Batman or from Batman or Batman Returns?
The original Batman movie.
Yeah, mine's
quarter-inch
too.
statue of Batman, or quarter scale. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have it too. Looking right at it.
Yeah, I have it too. I'm looking at mine as well.
From the Batman '89.
Yeah,
the quarter scale version.
Yeah, he's like 14 inches tall or something like that. 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, something like that.
He's big.
The details are they're amazing.
Pretty big.
Did you take yours out of the box, Jesse?
Yeah, he's on the shelf.
You guys did.
Mine's on the shelf.
I threw that back and forth. I said maybe I better not take it out of the box, and I said, "Oh, frig it. I want to look at it."
Yeah, I know. I have that.
Right. I just like look at it. I got it right next to Henry.
Yeah.
I got it right next to Henry Cavill, Superman.
The entire cast of Alien. Yeah, NECA's another one. Their detail on some of their figures are incredible. All in the package. Well, I have one of the Ninja Turtles from the original Ninja Turtle movie, and the whole front of the package is clear plastic, so you could see almost the entire thing. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll keep it in the box then, you know. I'm disappointed with the Batman. I'm like torn. I want to take it out, but I just can't do it.
Take it out and display it. You'll be happy you did. It's a really nice piece.
Yep. Morning, Stock Jock. I bought Michael Keaton and I jammed him in. He's a little guy. He could fit.
He is a little. I was just gonna say, yeah, he could fit.
Wasn't that the thing when with Michael Keaton when he got cast in the role of Batman? People weren't happy about that, right?
No, they said when they filmed a couple of scenes, he has stand on a crate, so he would be higher than what's her name.
Oh, geez, Kim Basinger.
Yeah,
I'd be so disappointed if like Batman showed up in here to kick my ass and he's like this tall.
He had Nikes on. His shoes were Nikes.
Michael Keaton, was he wearing Nikes?
Yeah, I don't remember how they really looked, but I saw them in Chicago once.
MG. There's a lot of things like who was it? Peter Cushing in the original Star Wars who played Grand Moff Tarkin.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he did the whole movie basically in his slippers. That was like part of his.
I heard that too. Yeah.
To get him into the movie, I guess he requested. There was no full body shots of him.
No, something about the shoes. They hurt his feet or whatever, so that he just did the rest in the slippers. Yeah.
I guess he was kind of like a prestigious actor, wasn't he?
Yeah, my father loved him.
So they were, like, okay, well, that's what you want, then that's what you'll get. You may fire when ready. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then they CGI'd him in Rogue One, and it
looked terrible.
Kind of,
it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did that same thing with Princess Leia too.
Yeah, with Carrie Fisher. Yep. Yeah, I don't think they were quite ready to be trying to pull stuff like that off yet.
No.
Maybe soon though. This AI is really taking off.
Will.
So.
Yeah.
They won't even need actors. So I was just reading something about.
You don't need actors.
Area. They interviewed him, and they were showing him AI voices of the people made of him, and they're like, "Do we really, is Hank Azaria going to be replaced on The Simpsons, who does like 100 voices?" And I mean, really, that may end up happening.
You're still making Simpsons.
I know. Yeah, isn't that insane? I was in kindergarten when The Simpsons first aired.
Was that 89, 88?
Yep, 89. And here I am, 41 years old now, and it's still going. Well, gentlemen, I think we've took up enough time. I don't know about you guys, but I am pretty hungry.
Where are you gonna go? Are you gonna eat? Are you gonna eat at home? Or are you gonna? It's so much work to get in the car and go somewhere. Like
let's go get some crack.
Find your crack dealer today.
Yeah.
If anything, I heard it's great for it's a great diet strategy. No, we have to go to the grocery store. We have errands to make today, so I promised my son if he behaved himself, we would take him to Dunkin' Donuts and get him a donut. So
he likes Dunkin'
probably
Donuts.
Oh yeah, he loves donuts.
They got that $6.
Yeah,
I've never tried it yet.
No. All right, guys, and everybody in the chat, thank you for hanging out with us again today. And
thanks, guys.
We will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yep.
So enjoy your weekend.
Have a good day, guys.
Easy, guys.
See ya.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.